Do you ever struggle with the pressure to do it all, be it all, reach all of your goals and be 100% in every role? Right now, not in 10 years, but now, in this moment. Yeah, about that. Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Kira Wackett. Thanks for joining me for another video as we work to empower and equip you with the confidence and skills to write your own story so you can live a life on purpose. Today we're talking about what it means to just be and to allow not everything to grow and be at 100% all at once. A dear friend of mine gave me a mug for my birthday a few years ago that had this note on the side saying, "Celebrate the small victories." This year especially, this seems to be such an important statement. In addition to all of our own individual struggles, we're in a collective state of overwhelm, battling compassion fatigue, a bit of burnout, and navigating the widespread divisions, ruptures, and pain in our world, from politics, wars, and social justice. This time has been nothing short of overwhelming. Not to mention, we're just starting to come out of the trauma state of COVID, even though we're not really making space for it personally and collectively, and the light at the end of the tunnel still seems significantly farther than to where we can climb. This has been a time for deep reflection. I've been in what I call a perpetual cycle of rupture and repair. In this, I found myself face to face with shame narratives I both had been running from and honestly didn't know existed. For years, I staked my life on being the best. I know I've shared with you before about my struggles to really understand and feel comfortable being a learner, and that I ran from vulnerability faster than Usain Bolt can run that 100-meter sprint. Why? Because of the fear of being seen as less. I didn't want to be less than or not enough. Gosh, the fear of being rejected or judged, See, to be loved, I felt the need to be perfect. I had to be someone that people looked up to while simultaneously being there for everyone around me to have any chance of connection. But at what cost? We've all done this in some way. Telling people that we're fine when we feel like we're crumbling, putting a different version of ourselves on social media than the one standing in the mirror looking back at us, keeping up with the idea of success while resentment, anger, loneliness, and sadness creeps in. But the outcome of this existence is that we continue to detach from our true selves to perform in these roles, which only perpetuates the shame narrative that fuels them. We are not enough unless blank. When Everly was born, these realities hit even more deeply. I so longed to do right by her and to immerse myself in parenthood, but felt this constant pull to need to be perfect in not only this role, but in all of the roles that came before her. I thought I should be able to manage all the to-dos, goals, wants, needs, and dreams I had in addition to nurturing hers and still practicing some element of self-care. Anybody want to guess how well that worked out? The reality was that not everything could be done in the timeline my shame told me it needed to. I couldn't keep working on growing my business while also seeing therapy patients, while also being the primary caregiver to Everly, while also being a partner, being a supportive partner to someone who works in emergency medicine at the time in the midst of a global pandemic, while still making time to create and, of course, suddenly setting up video calls with everyone and their third cousin twice removed who wants to catch up. There were days I didn't even have a care to give, to wipe down the counters, or change out my clothes before bed. And while in theory the things I should be able to do while she's napping or when I have some childcare help seem manageable, there was no such thing as being able to plan for everything in life or planning your day so rigid that there's no ability to be flexible or for when things take longer than needed. Furthermore, I had made a choice to bring another human into this world, which meant that I would be losing, well, I suppose not losing, but giving away significant quantities of my resources, time, money, and energy to Everly. The need to address my narrative was imminent. I had to stop focusing on all the things my shame told me should be happening and get curious about why I clung so strongly to that idea. Was I afraid of losing relevance? Did I worry about what it would mean about me if I wasn't earning the same amount of money as I was before? Did I fear that I would lose my creativity? mean, honestly, I can say years in, it was a little bit of all those things, but so much more. I learned in that process that urgency was a major thing that pushed me. I felt the need to not only do it all, but to do it all right now. And I felt a sense of resentment of the role that being a mom can have, and knowing that you have to do and be so much for someone who isn't trying to inconvenience you, but is just trying to figure out how to be in the world, and yet feels like such an inconvenience when that pressure exists. The thing I had to get comfortable sitting in is that at the end of the day, when my shame is burnt out and I can hear my own voice a bit louder, I'm grateful for every moment I spend with Everly. I love the days that I get to simply be with my family. And yeah, I also have huge goals and aspirations for my professional life and my personal life that I only feel like I'm just starting to make sense of so that I can lean into my gifts and really contribute in a meaningful way in the world. And that doesn't mean I have to do and be it all right now to make sure all of those pieces of me stay alive and present. I don't need to chase this destination or outcome that my shame keeps telling me I need to. I can slow down. I can learn to celebrate the small victories and learn to enjoy the process of living a life that has meaning, purpose, and connection, instead of focusing on, well, where's the output? Where's the tangible product? So before you go, I want you to let us know in the comments, how can you shift your thinking away from having to do and be it all, to feel pressured for time, to constantly be moving, to just showing up in your life as is and finding joy, peace, and connection, and honestly radical acceptance for whatever it is in a given moment. While you're there, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so we can spread the love and keep you in the know on all of my awesome content as it gets released. Now, of course, we can also take it one step further and build more community around this. So take a minute and share this video with someone you think could benefit from hearing it, and invite them into that space of shared vulnerability with you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This work is hard. Thank you for trusting me to walk in this journey with you. Remember, you get to author your own story, and you are allowed to take back that pen. See you next time.